O'Connor.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I guess it was useful to take the Minister's assurance that in repealing Section 142 of the RMA and substituting, this is under Clause 82, Mr. Speaker, the following, that he says are all the same provisions as currently in place, and that is providing the ability to call in a resource consent application. I trust that's true, but I suspect that there are some changes in there. And I think that no one could argue with the general thrust of all the provisions in here. The Minister, in deciding whether a proposal is of national significance, Mr. Chairman, the Minister may have regard to, widespread public concern, significant use of natural resources, effective structure and feature, international obligations, etc. There are a number. They're all laid out here. You'll be pleased to read them all out, Mr. Chairman. All of these relate to one particular project that I can think of, and that is the dairying in the Mackenzie country. And I was down there the other day, Mr. Chairman, visiting communities, individuals and investigating. And I guess the proposals, the big ones down there, all meet the criteria as laid down in Clause 82, Mr. Speaker. And I guess that means that, the EPA can step in and make a judgment, assess all the criteria and make a judgment on it. But then, of course, the thing that concerns this side of the House, Mr. Speaker, is that if you go to Clause 82, 3.7, then to avoid doubt, the Minister may make a direction under subsection 2 that differs from the direction recommended by the EPA, Mr. Speaker. So the underlying or overarching, whichever way you see it, Mr. Speaker, concern that we have, of course, is ministerial power in all of this. And I don't mind trusting one of my colleagues as a minister, Mr. Speaker, but I'm not sure I have confidence in the current government. Because the Minister in the chair at the moment, the Minister for the Environment, I think he's called, Mr. Speaker, was the same person who proposed, along with all his colleagues, mining in national parks.
He's not really for the
mining in national parks. So this Minister...
Order. Honourable Nixon.
Mr. Chairman, there's absolutely no reference to the issue of mining national parks in the part of this bill that we are debating. And so it's not appropriate for the member to raise those issues.
I don't need any assistance. I was listening very careful to the member, and I think he was phrasing his remarks about Clause 82 and Minister's call-in powers, and I would just ask him to restrain himself to that example. All right? We don't need to relitigate the matter which was the example. I don't want to restate it. But the example, I think, was one which was pertinent to Clause 82, if he contained himself to that comparison.
Mr. Speaker, I'll hold myself back here. We are talking about Clause 82. A Minister may call in a matter that is or part of a proposal of national significance, Mr. Speaker. Now, the Minister in his wise government considered the Waterview connection, the transmission gully, the prison in Wirri. All of those issues are of national significance, and so the EPA is going to call them in, Mr. Speaker. But he takes offence, the precious Minister takes offence at me saying that a proposal to mine in a national park may not be called in by the EPA. Well, I put it to you, Mr. Chairman, that is exactly the kind of proposal to mine in a national park that this Minister, who already supports it, may take to the EPA, Mr. Speaker. And what we've seen, this clause here, is the overriding the Resource Management Act and replacing the basic and well-understood provisions that say the community, through the resource consent process, has an ability to have a say and have an influence. The EPA will remove that ability, Mr. Speaker. So on projects of so-called national significance, the EPA may make a direction or ruling, but the Minister, of course, can override some of that advice. That's the concern that we have, Mr. Speaker, and it is right here in this section, laid out, spelt out, Minister. If we can't ask questions about how the Minister will or will not use those powers, then we're not doing our job. I say in opposition, I have to ask that Minister, who supported mining in national parks, will he, when this legislation passes, take to the EPA proposals to mine in national parks? Because they are of national significance, because under Section 80 or Clause 82, there's widespread public concern. They involve significant use of natural and physical resources. Mr. Chairman.
Honourable Damien O'Connor.
Look, it lines up, Mr. Speaker. We must ask questions around the inevitable use of this legislation through the country, Mr. Speaker. As I say, they already have Waterview connection, Transmission Gully, Wirrie Prison, and we've had a previous proposal to mine in national parks. And the question, and I'm a supporter of mining, Mr. Speaker, but the public of New Zealand and every wise person in this country who understands and upholds environmental protection and all the values that go with that, knows that national parks have been set up, have been established and entrenched in legislation for their natural and recreational values, not for their mineral values. And I know that is frustrating, but the mining industry themselves understand that. So the question I have for the Minister is, will he bring to the EPA a proposal that will generate widespread public concern, to quote 82.3A1, will he bring that to the EPA and then instruct, because he can make a direction, the EPA to actually approve that? So that's my last word, Mr. Chairman, on this, but it is a very important issue raised in this section, laid down here in black and white, Mr. Speaker, and it will be up to the courts, no doubt, and the Minister to establish a precedent beyond the passage of this bill. That's why the opposition has an obligation, a moral obligation, to ask those questions and to try and get an answer from the Minister.
The question is that Part 6 stand part. Those of that opinion will say aye.
Aye.
Contrary, no. Aye. The ayes have it. Party vote. The clerk will conduct a party vote.
New Zealand National.
58 votes in favour.
New Zealand Labour.
42 votes opposed.
Green Party.
9 votes opposed.
ACT New Zealand.
5 votes in favour.
Māori Party.
Toko whae tau toko ana.
Progressive.
1 vote opposed.
United Future.
1 vote in favour.
Honourable Chris Carter.
1 vote opposed.
Hone Harawira.
1 vote opposed.
Any other votes?
The ayes are 68, the noes 54. The motion is agreed to. The question now is that Part 7 stand part. Those of that opinion will say aye. Contrary, no. Ayes have it. Party vote. The clerk will conduct a party vote.
New Zealand National.
58 votes in favour.
New Zealand Labour.
42 votes against.
Green Party.
9 votes opposed.
ACT New Zealand.
5 votes in favour.
Māori Party.
Toko whae tau toko ana.
Progressive.
1 vote against.
United Future.
1 vote in favour.
Honourable Chris Carter.
1 vote opposed.
Hone Harawira.
1 vote opposed.
Any other votes?
Ayes 68, noes 54. The motion is agreed to. There are now 7 votes on Schedules 1 to 7. First question is that Schedule 1 stand part. Those of that opinion will say aye. Contrary, no. Ayes have it. Party vote. The clerk will conduct a party vote.
New Zealand National.
58 votes in favour.
New Zealand Labour.
42 votes against.
Green Party.
9 votes opposed.
5 votes in favour.
ACT New Zealand.
5 votes in favour.
Māori Party.
Toko whai tautoko ana.
Progressive.
1 vote against.
United Future.
1 vote in favour.
Honourable Chris Carter.
1 vote opposed.
Hone Harawira.
1 vote opposed.
Any other votes?
Ayes are 68, noes 54. The motion is agreed to. The question now is that Schedule 2 stand part. Those of that opinion will say aye. Contrary, no. Ayes have it. Party vote. The clerk will conduct a party vote.
New Zealand National.
58 votes in favour.
New Zealand Labour.
42 votes opposed.
Green Party.
9 votes opposed.
ACT New Zealand.
5 votes in favour.
Māori Party.
Toko whai tautoko ana.
Progressive.
1 vote against.
United Future.
1 vote in favour.
Honourable Chris
1
Carter.
vote opposed.
Hone Harawira.
1 vote opposed.
Any other votes?
The ayes are 68, the noes are 54. The motion is agreed to. The question now is that Schedule 3 stand part. Those of that opinion will say aye. Contrary, no. Party vote. The clerk will conduct a party vote.
New Zealand National.
58 votes in favour.
New Zealand Labour.
42 votes opposed.
Green Party.
9 votes opposed.
ACT New Zealand.
5 votes in favour.
Māori Party.
Toko whai tautoko ana.
Progressive.
1 vote opposed.
United Future.
1 vote in favour.
Honourable Chris Carter.
1 vote opposed.
Hone Harawira.
1 vote opposed.
Any other votes?
Ayes are 68, noes are 54. The schedule is agreed to. The question now is that Schedule 4 stand part. Those of that opinion will say aye. Contrary, no. Ayes have it. Party vote. The clerk will conduct a party vote.
New Zealand National.
58 votes in favour.
New Zealand Labour.
42 votes opposed.
Green Party.
9 votes opposed.
ACT New Zealand.
5 votes in favour.
Māori Party.
Toko whai tautoko ana.
Progressive.
1 vote opposed.
United Future.
1 vote in favour.
Honourable Chris Carter.
1 vote opposed.
Hone Harawira.
1 vote opposed.
Ayes are 68, noes are 54. Schedule 4 is agreed to. The question now is that Schedule 5 stand part. Those of that opinion will say aye. Contrary, no. Ayes have it. Party vote. The clerk will conduct a party vote.
New Zealand National.
58 votes in favour.
New Zealand Labour.
42 votes opposed.
Green Party.
9 votes opposed.
ACT New Zealand.
5 votes in favour.
Māori Party.
Toko whai tautoko ana.
Progressive.
1 vote opposed.
United Future.
1 vote in favour.
Honourable Chris Carter.
1 vote opposed.
Hone Harawira.
1 vote opposed.
Ayes are 68, noes 54. Schedule 5 will stand part. Question now is that Schedule 6 stand part. Those of that opinion will say aye. Contrary, no. Ayes have it. Party vote. The clerk will conduct a party vote.
New Zealand National.
58 votes in favour.
New Zealand Labour.
42 votes against.
Green Party.
9 votes opposed.
ACT New Zealand.
5 votes in favour.
Māori Party.
Toko whai tautoko ana.
Progressive.
1 vote against.
United Future.
1 vote in favour.
Honourable Chris Carter.
1 vote opposed.
Hone Harawira.
1 vote opposed.
Any other votes? Ayes are 68, noes are 54. Schedule 6 will stand part. The question now is that Schedule 7 stand part. Those of that opinion will say aye. Contrary, no. The ayes have it. Party vote. The clerk will conduct a party vote.
New Zealand National.
58 votes in favour.
New Zealand Labour.
42 votes opposed.
Green Party.
9 votes opposed.
ACT New Zealand.
5 votes in favour.
Māori Party.
Toko whai tautoko ana. Okay.
Progressive.
One vote opposed.
United